I use a double thumb because it just reinforces it. I'm looking after myself as a practitioner and just hydrating in there. It's not pleasant, this guy, at all. G'day guys, Darcy and Ninja here. We're back. Today we're treating 3 points in the body that are most accessible with the thumb. So 3 areas that I guess can have build-up or tension, and it can have quite an effect or detrimental effect on that person's living and how they feel. So the first one we're starting with is our suboccipital. So right at the ridge of our base of our skull, you can see our skull there. Our thumb is a perfect size tool to fit into that money spot. So we're talking money spots. When we're talking money spots, we're thinking of areas that are small, but our thumb or our elbow fits into perfectly, and they have this profound effect, this flow-on effect, this domino effect at healing and eradicating pain and discomfort. So we're working this matter here. It's like, I guess on Ninja, it's actually pretty clean, doesn't feel too solid or anything right here, but what I'm thinking of is cleaning along this gutter. So the gutter being the bone of the skull, and then where the tissue becomes soft, and that's a really nice ridge in which I can feel. And that's probably my point there that I like to hold into. And the reason I'm showcasing these areas is because the thumb is the best tool for the job. Putting an elbow in here just wouldn't work, okay? The small muscles and ligaments and the size of this spot is the perfect fit for the thumb. So the headaches, the tension, the neck pain can all be healed by just creating flow in this area. So that's what I'm going to show you, is about doing a really thorough job. And other body workers that are out there that use their thumbs, where are they most applicable? Where are you wasting your thumbs? Where are you overdoing it? And maybe you could be using other parts of your body. You can check out our other videos where we use our pisiform and of our palm and our elbows and forearms. But today I'm just showcasing the thumb. Yeah, so it's not a lot of movement. It's maybe I can push up into it there, and then what we like to do is a bit of a scoop. So my direction of my pressure is up almost to the opposite side of his skull, and then I like to come down and then scoop it away. So remember, it's like a gutter on the roof. We clean that away. How are you feeling there, Ninja?
Yeah, it's good, man.
It's good.
It's good pressure and pace, nice and slow. It gives me a chance to receive it.
Yeah. So that first minute and a half or 2 minutes of me talking, in a real life treatment, we might not be doing that. We may be, depending on who my client is and the conversation and things that's going on, but sometimes it's good to just be present and tune into what you're feeling and give a really good treatment in that sense. And now I'm starting to do that. I'm just slowly moving towards Ninja's ear, coming out along the base of that skull, and working that. So our suboccipitals, they basically cover the whole base of the ridge of the skull. They can control things like our eye movement, but they're also working on extension and flexion of the head. So when we're looking down all day in front of things like our screens, our TVs, our phones, our laptops, whatever that is, they're overstretched and they become, I guess, irritated and inflamed, and we start to get things like tension headaches in our forehead, in our eye, in our temples, wherever that may be. So why this is one of our most important areas to work into is to help to alleviate those symptoms that people are coming in with. We go straight into the suboccipital and the neck and clean and clear that out. Really good. So it's all about finding the tension points and the trigger points in here and softening off that matter. It may be the fascia that I'm affecting here that would actually come up and cover the head. So you can go above that and treat on top of the head and things like that, because we do have fascia that comes over our head and covers the entirety of our skull. But for today, we just feel something in there, and it's a bit of a lump. And just look how perfectly that thumb fits into that section there. So right here, we're doing some good work. will help alleviating some build up and just melting and softening that muscle. All right, holding that, getting some signs from Ninja. He's wiggling his toes and moving his body. I can feel that he's breathing, and I might just pull that out.
But it's working, isn't it?
Yeah.
Discomfort.
Yeah. Got to feel it to heal it. As my thumb gets a little bit fatigued, they will. You can just swap it over and just starting to do a little bit of a, this is like a clearing stroke, just opening up a channel for blood flow, for circulation, for movement, allowing this neck now to function and operate the way it should. Really good. All right, so there was our suboccipital. Somewhere that the elbow, look, you could if you were quite finesse and you had the skills and the confidence to do it, thumb's the best tool. The next one we're going to come to is focusing on alleviating knee pain. So our popliteus, small little guy in the back of the knee, we have a bit of a sense of where this is. We start to look at the knee crease, you can see it, and I like to come a little bit medial of that and pin right in there with the thumb. So again, this guy is overworking. It can overwork for people that have had history of knee pain or knee injury. So if you've done ACLs or meniscus or cartilage or ligament damage, whatever it may be, our popliteus can act as a surrogate, and that's where it starts to contract to help with stability in that knee. The body's good at that. It will protect it and help it from further injuring yourself, but at the same time it needs to be released so that the knee can function at full range. It will help a little bit with rotation in that knee as well. We do need to have a small amount of rotation in the knee, but we do know that it's a hinge joint, like a door, just back and forth. Same. So popliteus. Oh yeah.
Good one.
Good one. You've injured this knee 20 plus years ago, Ninja, or was it the left one?
No, it was the right one. Yeah, it was 13 years ago.
13.
I kind of did the full rupture. A couple of years before that I hurt it as well. So 15 years ago I first injured my knee, did my ACL, and then did a full rupture 13 years ago. So, but it was a blessing.
Yeah.
You know, it was a curse at the time, but yeah, it ended up being a blessing because it was a springboard for the whole business for me to kind of get more into barefoot and earthing and raw foods and, you know, just really to heal myself up. So, yeah, and I just sort of developed a lot of my sprint programs, jumping and landing programs, and got more into lifting and squatting. And, yeah, and I suppose that connection with the main thing we do is the bodywork. So, so I even took a deeper dive into that, and here we are. Masters of
the bodywork, man.
Masters of the universe. He-Man.
Yep. So I guess with every injury, there's a lesson. With all pain, there's a lesson. With failure, there's lessons and experiences and things that we learn to overcome these. Yeah, there's got to be a moment of grief, or we may get down in the dumps and be sad and depressed. That's okay, but it's about what happens when the light comes out and we start to think of great ideas and concepts. And Ninja's obviously had many of those years ago, and that's pushed him in the direction of being barefoot and starting to train functional and the art of bodywork, and it's helped guide him on his journey. So don't be afraid of feeling depressed and feeling down. There are emotions that we're meant to feel, and it's just part of the process, but it's about getting yourself up and getting out of there and starting to work on yourself, starting to figure out what those signals are, how you can help others. There are communities out there that can help you as well. There's other like-minded people that have been injured and had these things happen to them too. Speak to them. It's always a good way to go about it. But the reason we've got to go in here with a thumb and not an elbow as such is we do have artery behind the back of the knee there, where we've got to be quite delicate and making sure we're not damaging that. So I'm feeling with the tip of my thumb and different areas of my thumb that I'm making sure I am on that muscle, and I'm not causing more grief or more pain into that knee. But I like to double thumb it and work into there. We can also hand under the ankle to support it. And look at that. That's the perfect dynamic treatment. Just getting some range in there. And I like to twist the tibia a little bit as well. So we've got internal and external. And when we do this, it's actually more therapeutic as a client to receive it. Dynamic movement compared to it just being sustained pressure in there. But again, a really important spot to have a go at with the thumb. And you can see the little indent where I've worked, little indent there, a little bit of redness. We can see that that's attracting some blood flow. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more. Ninja, you face out the window for me, man. I'll put a pillow under your head. You grab the mic. Nice, man. Nice new pillowcases. They look good for the video. We're going to go both knees together, so bend them both like that. All right, another one is our TFL. So it's the muscle, it's the fiber that attaches into our IT band, and there it is there, right in the side. So you come around from the front, Lee, I reckon you might be able to see it better. So ASIS, the front of our pelvis, is right here. We can come off that and start to have a bit of a feeling there. And it doesn't take a lot of pressure. The reason our knees are bent is so that we can have a softened muscle. It's not contracted, it's not hard and really pushing back on me to treat. But look at that, that's like, one side is our greater trochanter, the side of our hip bone, nice and firm and stable and strong. And the other is the front of our pelvis. And look at that, perfect money spot for my thumb to sit in there. If you've got knee pain, this is going to help with your knee pain because, as I said, it is the muscle that our connective tissue, our iliotibial band, attaches into, as well as our glute. So we foam roll, we massage our AT band, we can do that, but we can also treat this little guy, small little TFL.
Whoa.
Double thumb it there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We can get tight in here from being sedentary and sitting for too long, and it gets crinkled up and starts to become dehydrated. Whoa. So we push into it and hydrate it. And yeah, we're hurting him a bit there, man, but it's all for the greater good. Yeah. Referral pain down the leg, man, or?
Nah, just local. Just where you park there.
Where I'm parked.
Yeah.
Park's a good one. Sustained pressure. Asking for the body to pay attention to this area and start to heal it. Look at that. Good. I'm going to come out and put a little bit higher in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Nice one.
Yeah. Plenty
in there.
Plenty in there,
Yeah. So Ninja being a runner and a lifter, this is a hip flexor of the hip as well. So bringing the knee up. It also helps to internally rotate. It also helps, I think, to abduct the leg as well. So sprinting, running, squatting, all the functional movements that he's doing is we're utilizing this muscle, we're strengthening this muscle. It's good, but at the same time, we need some running repairs. We need to make sure that we're looking after ourselves and getting maintenance treatments and releasing and hydrating this tissue.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, we can't just run a car without getting it serviced. We can't just run a bike or any machine without getting it serviced. This is getting a little bit of WD-40 in there and giving it a good old clean out.
Yeah. Clean the filters, haven't we?
Clean the filters.
Change the filters over.
Change the filters.
Change your tyres over.
Yeah. No. Okay. All right, let's finish off. Flat on your back, man. Face up to finish. We'll stick to the... We'll go to this right side. So the one more spot is our iliacus. So where we were before was ASIS. Yep, you can see that that's the bone there. Okay, the thumb, you want to purchase inside the bowl of that pelvis. So inside the ilium. And the thumb comes down a little bit in there. And this is again another hip flexor. Of got our psoas, our iliacus, our psoas minor and major, and our TFL. They're all going to help flex the hip. This one can also contribute to pelvic pain, lower back pain. So getting bang for your buck with these money spots. We're hitting muscles that are going to be associated to other modalities, associated to other pain and other injuries. So work into there. I use a double thumb because it just reinforces that I'm looking after myself as a practitioner and just hydrating in there. It's not pleasant, this guy, at all. Right in, you know, getting in through some of the abdominals and private areas. So we just go slow, pin it, and I'm pushing into that side of that bowl. So working in like that.
It's good, man.
Yeah, right on the bone. And you can see there's been a common theme with these treatments is I'm not flushing, I'm not rubbing, there's no strokes. It's melt, it's sink in and melt the tissue by holding it. Sustained pressure is key.
It's got to melt eventually, hasn't it, man?
It's got to melt eventually.
That's physics.
That's physics.
Yeah. That's it.
It's for the sake of the video, we'll finish up. But for body workers out there looking to increase their knowledge and start to learn a little bit more, have a look down in the link below. There is a mentorship that Aaron and Ninja will be taking in the middle of this year. It's something that we all went through as practitioners here at MMT as well, and it's something that helped upskill my knowledge base and you know, everything that I know here at MMT, our style, our concepts, our philosophies, all those types of things. So if you're feeling a bit lost or not sure where to head, make sure you give that a go. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Free mini course too.
Free mini course.
Have a look at that first, and then you might be interested in taking it further.
There you go, guys. Learn how to treat the lower back properly.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Done.